How do you be involved in student life and still get some decent marks while at uni? It's a great question. Consider this. You're doing a unit and there's 13 weeks of lectures, meeting for 2 hours a week. That's a total of 26 hours of lectures that you've sat through. But hold on, the exam is only 2 to 3 hours long. Well, what's going on here? The lecturer's making choices, aren't they? They're choosing what bits will go into that exam. It's the 80-20 rule in action. Your course, 80% of your final marks will come from just 20% of the material. The lecturer's making those choices. It's a principle I like to call find the gold. If you can find that gold, then you'll be able to study the right areas and do well in your exam. So, how do you find the gold? Right at the start, you get a course synopsis for your unit, and it'll have on it what the unit's about and a line in there that by the end of the unit, the student should be able to da-da-da-da-da. There's your first clues. Now, of course, you need to be attending those lectures. Attend the lectures. I know some of you don't, but attend them, because in the lectures you will hear things such as, wow, this is going to be in the final exam. Or, this is really important. The lecturer will give you those clues. So those lecturer clues are vital, and they'll get excited about things that they'll put in the exam. Also, get your little cells, when you attend the lectures, get the little cells down the front and sit there. That way you're limiting your distractions, but also the lecturer's getting to see you, getting to see your face, and they get to know you a bit. So when you ask questions and ask for help at times, they're much more keen to help you. Past exam papers. Make sure you grab those. Ask the lecturer for them if you can't find them. And as you look through them, particularly if you've got 4 or 5 years of them, you'll see patterns emerge as to what the gold is. I've even had an exam that was exactly the same as a past exam. I did pretty well on that one. You can also visit the lecturer. Visit them so that you can find out things that you might just not know. I had this, give you an example, I had this inorganic chemistry lecturer. His name was Harvey, and lectures were so hard. All he did was turn up the front, and he had overhead transparencies which he'd slap down and he'd mumble through them. And then he'd change them. And that was about it. And I thought, I'm going to pieces here. I don't know where to go for this. So I thought, I'll go and ask him. Made an appointment with him, and I said simply to Harvey, I'm really struggling with this. Where should I be focusing my study? What's important to know? And he said, well, 80% of the final exam is phase diagrams. If you know phase diagrams, then you'll be fine. And I said, what's a phase diagram, Harvey? He goes, oh, you don't know, we better fix that then. He got a bit of paper and he started showing me phase diagrams and how they work. I took those home, and then the night before the exam, looked through them, made sure I knew them well. And so I'd only spent 2 hours with him, and then 3 hours reviewing the stuff, and I passed that exam well. And the others in my class didn't, despite the fact that I told them, hey look, I've got this stuff. They were too busy trying to cram in all of the unit, that they hadn't spent enough time on the important bits. They hadn't found the gold. So, my challenge to you is, get out there and find the gold so you can spend your study in the right areas and be able to do student life and see God working on your campus. Get out there, find the gold.